We have watched you ever since you first emerged from Cold Harbor.
Your mouth is dry, your blood boils in your veins, while your skin turns cold as ice.
If you were like other mortals, you would soon turn.
Will you embrace it, or will you fight it?
I offer you a gift. Relish this new life I have given you. Feed and grow powerful. Kind preserve us, a vampire!
In the dark corners of Tamriel, where shadows whisper ancient secrets, there lies a power older than time itself. A curse or a gift bestowed by Molag Bal or Lamaid Bal, the vampiric bloodline. Welcome to my channel. I will be your host, Thrones, where we delve into the forgotten paths of the Elder Scrolls universe, crafting builds not for the glory or power, but for immersion, where story, style and roleplay come first. Today we embrace the shadows and explore a vampiric build that honors ancient lore, perfect for those that seek a more immersive and casual experience in the Elder Scrolls Online. And as I said, this is not about min-maxing or conquering trials or anything like that. It's about weaving your own dark tale in the world of ESO, or aka role-playing build. The main inspiration for this character were basically Lady Thorn and the Thorn dungeon. All in all, we went with Nord because I love Nords and all of that, and we are going with the Nightblade because Nightblades ultimately are the quote-unquote blood mage type of class. We went full health for the stats because it's a tanking build actually, and it's a PVE tanking build which also has a lot of role-playing factors. It's not made to min-max to give your group mates all of the utility and all of that, so please ignore this channel if you're that type of guy who's gonna tell me, oh, but can you run Pearl Testance or the Tide set from whatever. I don't care. I don't care. It's just role-playing and no one cares. It's a selfish tank. Sure, you can debuff a little bit a couple of enemies with this build, but the main focus is being very selfish, being very blood magey and all of that. Just going for the theme. We don't care. Anyways, for the active effects, we are rocking the Atronach Stone, and mainly we use basically Tri-Food. But that's it for the stats, you know, very simple one. For the sets, the name of the whole build is Umbra, and basically Crimson Umbra from the two sets we are rocking, which are Crimson and Umbra, one of the new sets that came with the Infinite Archive. So let's begin with Umbra's Edge. When you cast a shadow ability, you gain Umbra's Riposte for 3 seconds, up to once every 6 seconds. Umbra's Riposte causes you to dodge the next attack made against you and automatically curses the attacking enemy, applying major vulnerability for 5 seconds. I mean, it is a decent, let's say 90% uptime of major vulnerability against the enemy that's attacking. However, it's not that controllable if you are a high-end player and you see this actually as a nice source. It is okay if you have one boss or something, but if the boss actually has a couple of ads, the ad can actually take away the major vulnerability and the uptime is not on the boss. All in all, it's a niche set, and basically I'm rocking it for 3 reasons. First of all, it's a Nightblade class set, it's a tanking set. Second of all, the glow. Actually, that would be the primary reason, because I like the glow. I love the glow way more than the other one. And the third reason, it synchronizes very well with the vampire aesthetic, which is all about red, black and crimson and everything. And this is where we get the second part of the name, which is or the first one, second, I don't know. It's basically Umbra. Now for the second set, we are rocking Crimson. Crimson is a set that you can get, it's in the Thorn dungeon, where you also, Lady Thorn, you kill her and stuff like that. After taking damage, you surround yourself in a mist of blood. After 2 seconds, the mist is violently siphoned into your body, dealing X amount of bleed damage and healing you for 100% of the damage done. It scales off your health. The more enemies are around you, the more you heal. Basically what the leeching set was prior, basically what Bahraha's curse was prior, you know, it's an okay. I like the visuals of it mostly. And it's a vampire set, so it fits the whole theme. And combining these two sets, you could actually get a very okay type of build for even veteran dungeons. Maybe not DLC veteran, but who knows, maybe you can rock this as well without buffing your allies too much, because, you know, screw them. For the one piece, I'm rocking Bloodlord's Embrace, which is a mythic. I believe we got it with Greymore. And when you deal damage with a bash attack, it places a uncleansable blood curse. You can only have one on an enemy at a time, and if you bash again, you just remove it. Basically, when you block a blood cursed enemy, you restore magicka, which can occur every second, so that's basically 1605 magicka recovery, plus the already recovery that we have, so, you know, it's pretty nice for spamming the crap out of your skills. Now, another alternative of a set I would recommend if you really want to go into the old golden ages of ESO, and if you notice on the Umbra's Edge, you gain Umbra's Riposte, and it causes you to dodge the next attack made against you, which can happen once every 6 seconds, so we could combine this with the good old, if I have it here, let me just find it. Let's see, not Baharaha, but rather we could combine it with Tava's Favor. I'm just gonna put it on the screen right now, and you basically get ultimate back every time you dodge. And this set makes you dodge. It's basically one of the old ages. You could spam Horn or whatever, but this build is not made for that. You could, if you do not want to grind the whole Infinite Archive build and want to go with another one, you could go with Baharaha's Curse, which is a overland set dropped in the Thieves Guild zone. It's also not that expensive in the guild stores either, so you could pair these two up and get way more self-healing back. Maybe you could also combine it with the old Nightblade set. You could combine it with other sets. I don't know, go wild, I don't care. It's tanking, it's RP. For the one piece bonus, I'm just rocking Lady Thorn for some extra health, and that's it. For the back bar, you could, if you prefer and if you insist, you could go with maybe Maelstrom Restoration Staff or Master Restoration Staff, or I don't know, whatever the heck you want. I just went to double Umbra's Edge because I like the glow. You could also put Umbra's Edge on the armor pieces and slot on Crimson on the front bar, so you could have considering the Crimson has a 8-second cooldown, so basically in those 8 seconds you could go on a back bar and do whatever the heck you want. You could actually slot on maybe dual wielding Black Rose, which decreases damage taken, also increases damage given, but decreases damage taken for a X amount of percent. You could go whatever the heck you want. Heck, you could even drop out for this piece and this one, and then slot on Potentate for your back bar Rise Staff, one jewelry piece, that should be like 3 pieces, and then Umbrella you could just put on the head, or you could go Crimson on the head and you would have a decent ultimate cost reduction on your back bar. And you could also, for that back bar, actually slot on this ultimate. Now for the skills, we are going with Piercing Armor. 2 simple reasons: it taunts, it costs stamina, and it applies Minor Breach and Major Breach on the enemy, reducing the resistance by a bunch, like a lot. I'm not kidding, it's a lot. Second ability is a Vampire skill. We are going with a couple of Vampire abilities, 3 in this case, not more. And this one, it basically heals you for 25% of your missing health every 1 second for 3 seconds, and it also generates like 5 ultimate every 1 second for 3 seconds, which is quite a bit of ultimate. So if you combine this one with Tavas and Potentate, you could get a very decent ultimate regeneration. Maybe if you don't want to go with Crimson, you could also go with, I don't know, not Durak, Drake set, which also gives major heroism, etc, etc, but that's not for me. For the third ability, we're going with Sap Essence, basically a AoE hitting enemies, a bunch of them, and you heal for X amount of healing, plus 20% for each enemy hit. The more enemies are around you, the more you heal. Combine this with Crimson, you get a lot of healing. Where we go to the next one, which is Blood Mist, which makes you dissolve into a bloody mist, causing your next 3 projectiles to deal no damage to you. And you basically dash forward, we don't care about that. You drain the blood of those around you for 20 seconds, dealing a X amount of magic damage every 2 seconds and healing you for almost 50% of the damage cost. Combine this with Crimson and Sap Essence and you're gonna get a lot of AoE. For the fifth ability, we're going with Dark Cloak. We also not only heal from it, but we also activate the Umbra set from this one. And it's pretty nice. You basically heal a bunch of health over 5 seconds every 1 second, and it increases by an additional 150% when you are not moving, and it scales off your maximum health. While slotted, you also get minor protection, reducing the damage taken by 5%. Now if you want to go overboard with major protection, you could also slot on Revealing Flare with this one, and you can get a 50% combined with also the Vampire skill line. You could get up to 15% off of your missing health, so in total you could get like around 30%-ish extra. And also going with the full resistances, going 33k combined with the sword and board, you can get actually a very, very tanky setup. Now when it comes to the ultimate, we are running Swarming Skyen because we want the bats around us. All the damage that we deal, we are healed by 50% of it, and you know, you also get 10,000 extra stats all overboard. So for those certain amount of seconds, which is not bugged, it's because I'm actually in the Vampire House. So the Vampire House gives us this huge duration, so we can indefinitely be a vampire. But yeah, I forgot how many seconds it's up, but you're pretty good to go. If you're a vampire, you're not gonna die, believe me. You just have to be in a very, very tough content to die with this one. For the back bar, I am running a Ice Staff, and I'm going, first skill is Swallow Soul, which you steal enemies' life force, basically blood magic, dealing X amount of magic damage and healing you for a X amount of damage. You get healed for damage you dealt, and you also yeah, this is the damage variety. You could go with the other one that actually heals you and allies, but you know, selfish build, vampire, yada yada. Second ability, Blockade of Frost. This one's very self-explanatory. Minor breach, movement speed, you deal X amount of frost damage, and we are from Thorn, which is in a very snowy biome with all the fur on the armor, so you know, it fits a little bit on the whole aesthetic. Third ability is Refreshing Path, because we don't obviously have enough healing, so we're getting even more healing and a little bit of you know, movement. We also get some endurance, intellect, you know, we get some recovery, but mostly about the healing. Fourth ability is Siphoning Attacks. This is a very bloody quote-unquote ability. We basically just get stuff back, resources back by light attacking, heavy attacking, or whatever. You could also activate it and then convert health into magic and stamina, and considering the amount of healing we actually have, you can spam this as much as you want. You could actually even move it on your front bar if you insist. For the last ability, we are going with Mirage. Mirage surrounds you into a aura. You gain major evasion and minor resolve, reducing your damage taken from area attack and increasing your physical and spell resistance by 2,970, basically X amount. However, because we are a Nightblade under the Shadow passive, you get major resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance every time you activate a Shadow ability, and the duration is 26 seconds, which is not small, and any of these skills will activate it. You just go with Mirage, and then you just, you know, you have it basically 24/7 on. And the last ability I went with Soul Harvest, because we are going to squeeze in a couple of kills, so we get a little bit more ultimate for our front bar ultimate. However, if you don't want, you can go always with Soul Leather for a little bit more of a blood mage-y feel. You just siphon to more enemies, combine that with Blood Mist, Sap Essence, Crimson, and then with this one you just have bunch of healing and you should not care about. For the CP cell, crap, I did not do the CP. Anyways, I'm just gonna be brief. We go rationer, cause food, we go liquid efficiency, cause that. I like movement speed and a little bit of more movement speed. This is for the mount, this is for me walking. If you're a vampire and you prefer sneaking, you can also go with this and this and this for a little bit of very much actually sneaky. For the blue tree, it's very simple, honestly. You just go with ironclad for less damage taken, less damage taken, less damage taken, less damage taken. Very simple, very effective. As for the red tree, we are going with Boundless Vitality Fortified. These two are a must-have. As for this one, Walking Fortress, we want to reduce damage taken. Actually, no, not this one, sorry. Yeah. Reduce damage taken while blocking, and you could also go with Soothing Shields, because we can always get more healing, because why the hell not? But yeah, that should be it for the CP points. Now for the outfit and the fashion, right now I'm just using the very bland personality of the Deadlands Firewalking, which was a event personality. For the skin I am going with Blood Fiend. An alternative would be a reanimated Vampiric Thrall, which you get from Castle Thorn. The only reason why I'm not running this one is because I don't want the glowy eyes, I want to go less glowy eyes. Because my eyes are already glowy. But it's your cup of tea. For the outfit, I am going with Thorn, 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 and Thorn. These being the, what do you call them? Monster arms pack, and the rest would be the normal motif. I'm running the light chest, heavy pants, I believe medium and medium hands, as well as light shoulders, light hat, and I don't know which belt. But it's there. For the colors, I'm going with the Regicide Red. Yeah, this is from Emperor Slayer. You could find definitely a better one. I just went with the first one. Cold Harbor for the black, and I'm going with the Nexophilic black for the vampire quote-unquote metallics. Alternative fashion ones, you have a couple of themes. This is the Nord type. You also have the Greymore, which is not bad by itself, very shiny, very metallic-y. You could go with this one. If you're a Khajiit and you worship Sanguine, you could go with, I believe, Moon Grave Thane. It's basically from the Hollow Fang. And yeah, they're basically vampires that worship Arsene and are Khajiit at the same time. The third variant are... and lastly, we also have the Night Hollow, which are basically a bunch of vampires which worship Namira or are related to Namira. I can't call them worshipping, but you know, they're trying to get rid of the vampirism by drinking the dark orb under Markoth, yada yada. No spoilers, I'm not gonna spoil. Anyways, it is in the mirror. So that's basically a couple of options if you want to go. You could always go with the normal one, ancestral one of House Ravenwatch, I believe the name was, and just rock with ancestral Brethren and gonna be good. But yeah, I believe that would be it. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.
than those feeble undaunted, but you will fall just the same.
Will you embrace it, or will you fight it?